Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. Ooh la la, we have so much to cover. So much going on in the world. So many false flags all over the world. And we'll be looking at that. First of all, I'm going to bring in my Facebook. I've just been blowing up not Facebook, but X today. If you follow me on X, you've been getting a treat because I've been sharing so many things. Pretty amazing. We have of course, Carl Reiner and his wife died. We're going to start there and move along. All right. So nope, we're not going to move along with that because that's me. So move along with the screen that I wanted, guys. Come on. All right. So X. Everybody's been blowing up X today. There's been so much good content on X. Quite amazing. So you see here, actor Gene Hackman and his wife found dead back in February, and now director Rob Reiner, actor as well, and wife Michelle, singer, stabbed to death in Brentwood home. Coincidence? Or deep state hit team, possible witnesses being removed. So that's my take on a lot, because we have a lot of actors that are dying right now, right? And I believe we're going to have a lot of celebrities and a lot of different areas are going to start to pass away because the deep state is trying to cover their tracks. So we know there are families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and so forth, the Bush family, the Clinton family. All these people are deep state little puppets. And yes, Rothschilds, puppets. There's people higher. You know that I've talked about this. These reptilian humanoid type people. And you know, you can believe that or not. It doesn't matter to me, but I've seen it personally. And a lot of people talk about it over the years. I've talked about it for a long time. But on the lower scale of things, we have the little manipulators like Rob Reiner. All right, so he was definitely a deep state puppet boy. I'm not dissing him because of his death. I'm like, it's sad that anyone dies. I don't say that anyone deserves to die. It's not my choice. I think it's theirs. It's quite literally. I think you choose whether you're going to die or not. And there's been people that have a conversation with God. We used to talk about how you choose. And there was, you guys know my story. There was a time where I was pretty much dead, leaving the body, and was like, it's too bad I couldn't help humanity. And I was like, and Archangel Mike was like, oh, really? We'll put you back in, see how that works out for you. Oh boy. I don't regret it. It's been a great time, but I should have been gone a long time ago. So some people decide, and that's be that as it may in your belief system. This is one of those times where we're seeing a lot of people are going to go bye-bye. All right. Good, bad, the ugly. All right. So like that movie with Clint Eastwood. Wah, 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 wah. So here we go. So he's gone. Was he removed? All right. So first they were like, two people were found in Rob Reiner's home. They matched the age description, but that's all they said. Wow. And then we heard they're stabbed. Okay. Leaking that information out real nice. That's pretty deep state-ish. And then we found out today they arrested the son. Wow. That's a twist, isn't it? The son stabbed them to death. Maybe Manchurian candidate type stuff. I don't know. Maybe he was a hateful guy. Maybe people got pissed at him and finally just like, okay, that's enough. I don't know. But it's very suspect to me when I see stuff like this. It sounds like Gene Hackman type. Gene Hackman dies with his wife, and they said she had hantavirus or something. It's like, and he had a stroke, or who knows what the hell he had. their dog, because it was like dog store time, I think, around Sirius dog store was starting to come up. So their dog, I don't know if they found the dog or the dog was dead, I forget. But there's so many things. It's like, okay, you guys took them out, right? Such a coincidence they both die, and they're found like days, week later, whatever it was. It's becoming very obvious, guys, and we've talked about it. I and many others. Nino really has beaten this drum really well. He has said, like I and Scott McKay, all of us are like, looking at this and like, these people are going to start to disappear from the scene, all right? Because deep state is being revealed on a massive level. Now let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit. Now there was this guy, this chief. He puts out information. He put out that Tina Peters was freed by SEAL Team 6, and I got to get the feel for it. But I'm like, sometimes it's good to put this stuff out because it shows the deep state where consciousness is going. It's like, we want this. We want our SEAL Team 6 guys. I've talked about this, and I said that if they go in there, these contractors that are in this prison system, they're not going to resist, right? They're not going to resist. And so the story was that SEAL Team 6 guys showed up to, free Tina Peters, and the guard stood aside, and she was free, taken someplace where she could heal. And I was like, I'm hearing that from some that it's false. We asked Juan, and Juan's like, no, that's BS. We just had some people that were with her just recently, and I was like, that's good. But circulating disinformation sometimes, which they do constantly, like Rob Reiner's death and Gene Hackman's and his wife's death, right? They circulate this bullshit, and it's disinformation. They do this information all the time. So let's throw a little bit on them. How about that? How about that, guys? I think we are too nice. We're all like, we're just truthers. We don't put out bullshit information. And there's something to be said to that, but we are at war. And there's a lot of disinformation coming from the Luciferian side. So you need to push back on them. All right. You need to, joke them, hack them, stop out their lies as fast as possible so they don't get ahead. All right. So this is from Ariel Proletario 1. He says, blackmail is life insurance in Hollywood. So, all these people have blackmail on them. They've done bad things, all of them. They're all pedos, right? And they're all like, not all of them, but many of them go next level and are involved in sacrifice and adrenochrome and all this kind of stuff. That's been coming out quite a bit lately, hasn't it? And, they like to use the Russia thing. That's how they killed JFK. There's this deep state side of the industrial military complex that decides sometimes whether people live or not. They decided a lot. And they decided JFK because he was working with his counterpart in Russia, all right, to avoid war, because the CIA and the military industrial complex had tried to push war, nuclear war with Cuba Missile Crisis. So he's like, you guys, CIA, you guys suck, right? So I'm gonna go around you guys. So they found out about that and then executed him in front of the world, right? These people are evil, right? So they have blackmail on a lot of people that, do this type of work. And especially in Hollywood, once it is taken away, you are no longer considered leverage to whoever used you to work through on their behalf. So what he's saying there is that a lot of these Hollywood types are just puppets. So Carl Reiner was a puppet. He put out a lot of nasty things about Donald Trump. He had Trump derangement syndrome, stage 4, right? Stage 4 is where you die, right? So you blow up, I guess. I don't know. Because that he was prophetic as well. So let me show you. I'm going to go all the way to the top. I just posted this because I just saw this before I came on. it says, I believe Donald Trump will be the last president of my lifetime. Rob Reiner. The power of the tongue, says Don Lucre. All right. So TDS and a prophet. Right. So, wow, the guy was, he was very talented, wasn't he? Not only could put out a lot of good movies, which is probably most of the movies we see, of course, are military industrial complex movies they want us to watch, you know, that old, you know, bread and circus stuff. Speaking of bread and circus, we've seen a lot of bread and circus shootings, haven't we? All right. So let's move on to this one. Here we have, after surviving October 7th. So he's in October 7th too. It's interesting how a lot of these people are at all of these different shootings. Doesn't that make you go, yeah, let's watch this boy.
Tell me what happened.
I was here with my family. It was a Hanukkah celebration. There were hundreds of people. There were children. There were elderly families enjoying themselves. Children, kids at a festival.
Man, I don't know. Has anybody ever been hit in the head hard? Right. So a bullet to the head. I think I've never had a bullet to the head. Maybe he just got grazed. It's just a flesh wound. And so, you know, I think even a flesh wound, you're probably like out of it. Right. But this guy's like just talking away. And I don't know who put that dressing on his head, but why didn't they clean his face up? Why didn't they clean his face up?
Playing, and then all of a sudden it's absolute chaos. There's guns, fire everywhere, people ducking. It was absolute chaos. We didn't know what was happening, where the gunfire was coming from. I saw blood gushing in front of me. I saw people hit, saw people fall to the ground.
Blood gushing everywhere. Blood on me, blood on everybody. Blood, blood, blood. All right, so let's move over and see what else is on my my little screen. Oh, look, he's getting makeup put on. How about that? It looks just like the same guy, doesn't it? I think it is. I think it is. All right, so he's laughing, having a good time. Yeah. It's the same guy. He's got the United States shirt on. You'll see the blood stains, you know, the blood like you're seeing there. You know, I think they're pretty much clearly the powers that be want us to know who is running their shit show. So they can joke us right in front of our face and then put something like this out there where somebody can grab it and share it like I did. It sounds like they don't give a shit. All right. Because they know in the central casting world that there's going to be people that fall for this. There's going to be a percentage of people that fall for this. How many people fell for this? All right. Initially, I was like, did you see the video where the guy ran and grabbed the gun? I'm not even going to show it. It is so pathetically bullshit. I was like, and then he got at a gunfight with the guys who were up on the bridge. I'm like, no, and no. Right. And so you have these Muslims that are doing a shooting against Jews. All right. That's wow. That's unusual. And they are, you know, the one guy that's shooting people is taken out by a Muslim. What? So a Muslim that has like a fruit stand there is he runs over and grabs a gun. No, and no. Right. So bullshit. So it is a show, guys. Bread and circus. How many of you are falling for it? So here he is right here. You know, when I get shot in the head, which I've been shot in the head so many times, no, ever. But if I was shot in the head, I would do this too. I would take a selfie of myself after being shot in the head and blood everywhere. All right. So it looks like he got the makeup put on, and then he gets down on the ground and they do a photo shoot. Right. And then he goes over, they put the bandage on his head, and then he talks like a normal person. And he's a lawyer too. That's suspect too, right? So I guess he passed the British accredited registry bar exam. So I don't know, guys. I don't know about you, but the Bondi thing, not so much. Not so much. I'm not onto it. Right. So I said the same thing about Charlie Kirk, of course. There's still a few people on the Charlie Kirk choo-choo train. I know, and that's okay. There was a lot of people on the 9/11 cuckoo train for a long time. Maybe there's a few still left. I don't know, but it takes time for some people to wake up to this. But I think at this point, people are waking up faster and faster and faster, and they're not able to get away with this ridiculousness on the level that they used to. Kind of like this. You know, the Democrats, you know, here's a photo 10 years ago of Trump with all these, tropical swimwear. They used to do, Hawaiian Tropic. So Hawaiian Tropic used to do these, swim suit, they had the hot girls, and they were like, distributing the Hawaiian Tropic. They used to probably made billions of dollars on Hawaiian Tropic because it had all these hot girls. So here's President Trump, does pictures with hot women, got hot women everywhere. That was his thing. And so the Democrats put out this, they're like blocking out their faces as if this is a bunch of girls, little girls, right? So the disinformation, SEAL Team 6 came in and rescued Tina Peters. Yep, that happened, right? So disinformation, guys, it goes back both ways. Now, I've seen tons of stuff where we have Creepy Joe, fondling girls, and they put like the black thing on the face. Of course, we saw that without the black. We saw that for years. No one did anything. So if I don't care who you are, if you did that to my daughter, you're gonna your throat's gonna get smashed back into your spinal column, and you're gonna go bye-bye. Right? But he was able to do that because these are probably all Democrats that loved him and could see no wrong, but that's okay. We're starting to see who the true good people are, and we will prevail. We've been in darkness. The whole world has been in darkness before, guys, and the humanity has prevailed. We are in darkness once again, and humanity will prevail. And we have dark actors like Rob Reiner. Until Trump goes to prison, I will no longer be posting on Twitter. I've had it with the insults and put downs. F all of you MAGA assholes. So, lump us all together. Whatever. Right. So you lost. All right. So here's another one. Nancy Pelosi has just been subpoenaed by the Department of Justice in a federal criminal case in the Northern District of California, but no official word on the charges. What could it be? So it kind of reminds me of that Men at Work. Who can it be now? So that was a great song back in my day, a long time ago, in the SEAL teams, hanging out with the Aussies. All right, so money laundering, bribery, racketeering, insider trading. If they start to convict these people of insider trading, we're going to have a handful, which is good to me. I'm good with it. People left in Congress and the Senate. That's all we need, really. They can represent us. We're like, okay, this is really, we the people want this. Can you guys get that done? Aye, Captain Humanity, America, not the United States. United States of America. United States is a corporation. All right, watch my show I just did with Michelle, and you're going to be blown away. Michelle Melendez, really, really good show. She lays it all out. I've never seen it laid out perfectly like she's done it. All right. So, yeah, my wife Tracy said I should have her and Sheila home on together. That would be quite a little, and she's going to work on it. So see how we're like a family, all of us. My wife here, she's listening. She's like, we're going to get a show like that. And oh, it's great, right? Now, we know that her gay husband has shady investments and her son's corrupt business dealings in China and Ukraine that have illegally raked in over $100 million for the Pelosi family. And Nancy Pelosi personally via a massive influence peddling scheme. All right. Of course, that goes all the way back to her daddy, who was the mayor of Baltimore, which was the heroin capital of the world for a while, of America. And he made that happen. So it's a criminal crime family. They're in the business of politics and criminality. So we need to get these criminals out of our political system, guys. And Nancy Pelosi should be one of the first stops. Get her out. Get her out now. All right. All right. So, like I said, I got a lot for you. If it'll even pull up anymore, they're probably like going to me. It's like shut him down on X. Shut him down. He's revealing too much. No, too late. All right. Rob Reiner was the founder of Castle Rock Entertainment. Remember Castle Rock Studios and all the crazy stuff we uncovered? Yeah. That was Joe Biden, or the actor that was playing President Joe Biden. The president, that never was, that he was basically taken and executed. Right. So we had a actor or actors, I think. Some of them probably passed away. One of them came out and talked about how he had cancer. He's lucky to still be alive. And I think that actor went away. I think it came back and he died. Right. So, because Joe Biden never had cancer, but this actor said, I got cancer, and it's like, or I had cancer, and it's like, Joe Biden never had cancer, but you do. That's interesting. All right. So that's a studio that he was running. Castle Rock Studios had a mock-up of the White House where the actor for President Joe Biden often performed. A jacket with the Castle Rock Studio logo can be seen on Rob Reiner's son as he posed with the late director. All right. So that's out there. Now, I like what Laura Loomer said. Psychosis is a real thing. Rob Reiner had a level of TDS that likely exuded a level of craziness around those he spent time with. Many people who have crazy kids have psychiatric issues themselves. You'll notice a lot of celebrities have kids with addictions, trans kids, gay, blah, blah, blah. All right. So this is what President Trump said. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood, and it's actually happening quite a bit lately. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. And as we've had people come on and talk about, Kathy O'Brien said it's a case of MK Ultra that people are afflicted with a TDS. All right, MK Ultra. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession with President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia, reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. Make America great again. Oh, they hated it because they want to destroy America. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Bye-bye, baddies. All right, so there's more. There's much more. So Lynn Wood has a huge following, millions. He said, Franken once joked about child rape during a comedic roast of film director Rob Reiner. I have that on my site. It's up here. So here's the little Castle Rock. There's his son. He was posing with dad. Enjoy the show, guys. All right, Castle Rock show. The show is get the popcorn. Frankenstein laid out a scene where Reiner's father, Carl, would invite famous friends over to rape his son. They're all in our face with this stuff. And everybody's like, like what? Like, because they could get away with it at one time. Not so much anymore. On a typical night, Carl would slip into Rob's bed, roll him over, swab him down with oil, I guess, and say something like, I'm thinking about hiring Morey Amsterdam to play Buddy Sorrell. What do you think? I have no idea what that is, but maybe some of you do, but there it is. Frankenstein said, well, the success of the Dick Van Dyke show changed things dramatically. Carl started inviting many of his famous friends to F his son. He goes out and just says it right out. That list includes some of the greats in comedy. Paul Lynde, Dom DeLuise, Rip Taylor, Danny Kaye, Charles Nelson Riley. Wow, who would have thought? I would have. So here we go. Here is Epstein Island's visitors. Of course, Carl Reiner is right there. All right. Rob Reiner, not Carl Reiner. I'm sorry. Rob Reiner. Robbie. All right. All right. Move along now. Right, this thing is getting stuck. I'm overloading the system. All right, go back then. System overload. System overload. Yeah, look at that. It won't move. It's like whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, come on. Let's go back. It doesn't want to play. We're not going to let you disclose anymore, Mike. So, all right. Anyway, I guess I'll just stop sharing and move on because I don't need maybe the big words I use. Tracy said I was being graphic. Little boy effers. So yeah, that could probably be the case. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I guess I'm still here on YouTube, but X was like, oh, too much. Stop it. All right, so I'll stop. I'll move on to something else. I got plenty. All right, let's look at the weather. The weather's getting pretty cray out there. And I know a lot of you, like I said, would be experiencing winter way before winter, and it would be a way cold winter for a way long time. But I guess it's going to like take a break. It's going to warm up a little bit for some of you. But here in a few days, you're going to be seeing a lot of white stuff out there. All right. So we're going to have a very white Christmas. In fact, we're going to have feet and feet and feet. Because remember I said we're going to have like lots of waves of energy of rain and snow, right? So atmospheric rivers, they call it. So that's what we have coming our way. And I'm going to share the screen. We'll look at some of this. Snow is going to be cray for us on the west. So here we have tropical tidbits. Everything's moving very slow. Might have to change my provider. All right, so watch this in time. So the date is today, the 15th, and then we're going to start moving through time, forward into time. So we're starting to see today the snow is coming down. So those guys in Washington, a lot of the rain in the beginning is going to turn to snow. So they had warmer temperatures. So the snow they had in the mountains melted and fed the rivers and caused epic flooding, dikes breaking, flooding everywhere on an epic level that no one's ever seen before. So here we go. We're into 2 days out from now. It's starting to go down through the mountains of Oregon. And it's really going to start to come in big now, right? All across. So East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, West, Midwest, East Coast. Boom. Everybody gets it. So the 19th is when we're going to start to get the snow. And then watch how much snow. So I'm in that little point right there on the other side of California. So I'm not going to be in California until they take down Gavin Newsom. Hopefully some good people come in there and take it down. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so here it goes, all the way down the mountain coast of mountain range of California, and it's just going to start to pile up. When you see it go white, which it will around the 21st, or actually it's 23rd right now, 24th. So 24th is going to start to get white. That means 4 feet, right? And then it's going to get a lot wider as time goes on. And it's going to spread to more states. And it's going to do that all the way into the New Year. So see all that white in California right now? That's all the way up to New Year's Eve. So it says 27 inches there. But the white means upwards of 4 feet. So in the high mountains, probably going to get 4 feet. Skiers are going to love it. I'm going to love it. It's going to be pretty. We'll show you guys. Will see it. It'll be out there. So nice. All right. So what else? So manhunt. So not only in Bondi do we have false flags, but we have them in America too. And we have shoot day Saturday, and of course, because the Aussies are a little bit ahead of us, I think, or are they a different time. I think they're on there's like the time zone thingy that goes down, daytime thing. I think they're on a different day, so it would have been our Saturday, their Sunday, where they had their shooting, and we have our shooting. Because the deep state, they like to do bread and circus on Saturdays, right? They don't like to affect the stock market because they like to make money, right? So if they're going to do something cray-cray, they do it on the weekend. I don't know why, but that's my understanding. They don't want to upset the stock market because they're manipulating that, and the casino, pays them out really well. They jack it up and down. Ask the Fed about that. The federal, which is not federal, it's private banking system. And I think they're going to go bye-bye pretty soon. That they're stationed along with the IRS in Puerto Rico, which is a territory. It's not a state. It's not the United States of America. It's a United States Corporation of America, and they restrict because the people of Puerto Rico want to be a state, right? Although some of them, don't because they benefit from the tax advantage. But like the IRS and the Corporation of the Federal Reserve, they don't want that, and so they're over there. They're making not have to pay taxes, but we do, and it's because of them that we pay taxes, right? So they've all got to go. And it's like, what in the heck? So we got hijacked. We had our country hijacked. A lot of these. Tracy says we got low jacked. All right. So here we are. Brown University shooter. Manhunt continues because the guy that they had was not the guy. All right. And so they have all. Watch this. I mean, when this happened, I'm almost like screaming. My wife gets kind of a little concerned about me when I get all pissed off. And I'm like, what the F? University, and you have him walking away? That's all you got? And they said he's wearing black. And we don't have a good look at his face because he's walking away. So you have cameras everywhere. You have phones everywhere, people recording everything. Any one of us would go outside and pee in the yard, and cop cars would show, put him in jail. But this guy comes in and supposedly kills people and shoots a bunch of people up. I've reported on some of these school shootings, and I'm like, no. All right. This, and of course, what is the one thing they always do? It's their calling card. And hey, deep state, we're on to you. Every time you say there's multiple shooters, it's like, okay, deep state, multiple shooters. I'm like, okay, deep state. Right. So, yep. That's their calling card because they can't make anything else up. They go off the same script over and over again. Multiple shooters, multiple shooters, multiple shooters. Just want to slap them. Slap. Come on. Give us something to work with that's kind of exciting. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Right? So that's what we have with this Brown University shooting, in my opinion, guys. Manhunt continues for Brown University shooter as questions swirl about campus security. Campus security. Where was campus security? Where was campus security when, well, there was a lot of security because you see them all running around in other shootings, right? So it's like, come on. If you're going to have a shooting, you know, have some security do something good. You know, we're not having that. So we got CK, because I can't talk about CK. You know who CK is. He's got a wife that's called Erica. And, you know, they have some kind of racket going on with that. I don't know what it is, what kind of false flag it is. I don't know what it's about, but, you know, I called it out very early on, and I can't talk about it because when I talk about it here, the video got taken down. So it's just my opinion. I'm just looking at information. You know, I'm not making a judgment. It is what it is. You know, Carl Reiner, you know, it's sad that he, you know, he died. It's sad. Like I said, it's sad anybody dies. But when CK died, you know, everybody attacked him. Everybody attacked him on the leftist side. So I don't think we're attacking Carl Reiner. We're just pointing some stuff out that he was at TDS stage 4. You know, it's like, and X won't let me show that, I guess. But there's a long list. If you go to my X account, Michael Jaco 9, that's how many Twitter accounts I had that were taken away. I'm on the 9th one. Who knows if this one's going to last. So we are seeing bread and circus, in my opinion, right? And I just look at stuff from my background as, you know, 35 years in combat zones, shooting, blowing stuff up, and seeing people that have been shot, right? And seeing the results of shooting and all that kind of stuff. I'm just looking at stuff and I go, bullshit, right? Bullshit. And, you know, there's other people say that too. I'm not the only one. I'd like to have Ole on, and we could discuss this. We have a nice discussion on this one, I bet, and he would be of the same opinion. I guarantee. All right, let's listen to silliness.
Still at large after a mass shooting at Brown University. 2 students were killed and 9 others hurt when a gunman opened fire on Saturday. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
An urgent manhunt is back on in the mass shooting at Brown University. The gunman still on the loose, with authorities in Rhode Island saying a person of interest who was detained has now been released.
Sometimes you head in one direction and then you have to regroup and go in another.
Police say they're still looking for the person.
All right, so that's the only thing they have on this guy. That's the only thing. And there's no other cameras. There's no other pictures. And I was like, in the beginning, I was like, why don't you put out how tall he is, what he was wearing, and, you know, the direction he was going in? There could be concerned citizens out there that may get some video or give us some feedback. How tall is this guy? I mean, how tall? What's the height of that sign right there? What's the height of that wall? And then you just go from there. It's like he's like 5'10" or 6'2" or whatever it is. It's a 6'2" male. That is definitely not a woman. That's walking there. I would say, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, start to make assessments and say the race that I believe that is, but I don't know, because it could turn out to be like a Erickson guy who's obviously a whitey, and was somebody else involved? Was it like another Caucasian type person? Maybe not. I don't know. But I look at, you know, I've been looking at Gates for a long time, and I can kind of tell some stuff sometimes. I'm not always completely right, but, you know, you guys tell me. I don't want to jump to conclusions because some, social media sites don't like that. You jump to conclusions, they say, and we're going to just take you down. It's like, okay, all right. I'm just an expert here. I don't know. I don't really know anything. I've been at this for 35 plus years, intuitive remote viewer, and I can see things before they happen. And I don't know. I don't see this. I go look at this and I'm not seeing anything. I see bullshit. I see dead bullshit people, right? Kind of like from that movie. All right. So with Bruce Willis,
and seen in this surveillance footage walking on campus moments after the shooting that left at least 2 students dead and 9 others injured on Saturday evening.
After a review of the evidence that was gathered, it was determined that the person of interest needed to be released.
Providence Mayor Brett Smiley.
Wow. He released. We got our man. No, we don't. And the guy that was probably did it, he's long gone now. Sorry about that, guys. We just F that up. Maybe if we put out, what this guy, his dimensions and so forth right away, instead of like sitting on it for a long time, like we know what we're doing, and you guys don't, because it's all false flaggy. Bye-bye.
Speaking today on GMA.
After this individual was released last night, I understand that anxiety level has risen in our community. We've continue to receive 0 credible threats to our community.
Authorities say the shooting happened Saturday just before 4 p.m. in the engineering building where final exams and study sessions.
I wonder, like when some of these guys, police officers, fire department, whatever, go to these events and they see it's all bullshit, because we know they do, or it's misdirection, or things just don't add up. And I wonder what they really think. And we don't really get to hear from them often, do we, about that? So, and we haven't really heard from anybody of, substance about this. We got the talking heads that come in, and like I've heard them on Fox. It's like all these experts come in. It's like, yeah, same people saying the same shit about all these shootings. Wow. All right.
We're underway. Students barricading themselves inside classrooms, hiding under desks.
Providence police! Hands! We're here to help you. Just listen to what we have to say, okay?
One of the 2 victims killed, identified by her church as Ella Cook. The College Republicans of America posting this photo on social media, saying Cook was the vice president of the group at Brown. Senior Ben Marcus says she was a sophomore and very good friend.
Part of Republicans. Are Republicans going to be targeted now? Is that what this is going to be about?
It was nothing but peaceful and pleasant. Really, her loss is really, really a big hit for the Brown community.
Now, authorities are asking the public to scour their own photos and videos from the scene, saying there are not many cameras inside this building here.
All right. So now they're asking. All right. So, it's pretty much a shit show. And, I don't know. Was there multiple shooters involved in this one too? They didn't put out multiple shooters on this one, I don't think. But maybe. I think so. I think at first they said multiple shooters. And now it's like multiple people that they think did it. Because at first we're going, nope, that guy's not, and they'll bring somebody else in. Nope, that guy wasn't either. And then people are just going to go, okay. And then it's like, okay, just put those 2 that, supposedly died pictures, take those down, scrub that, and let's put them on the next shooting. All right. Move that crew to the next site where we're going to have the next shooting. Right. That's how that works, guys. These are crews that move from place to place all over the world and do these false flag events, right? And that's something, Ole Demigard, he's like an expert of this. He's like, if you see, like, if they have a picture of all these shoes, it's like the soul. It's like the soul has been taken from these people. So if we get pictures of shoes, random shoes, you know, people have been blowing out of their shoes. It's like, okay, that's another calling card. Because I think, you know, we kind of pointed that out, and they don't do that anymore. So maybe the multiple shooter thing, now that I'm pointing that out, maybe they won't do that anymore. They're like, oh, they're on to us. We got to stop doing the multiple shooter because now everybody knows it's a fakeness. It's fakeness, right? So I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with some, you know, bodies or something, because sometimes these things do have real shootings. All right, the one in Vegas. There was a lot of different things going on there. You know, they said this one guy was shooting with one weapon from one room and hitting all those people. And then there's people talking about how there's helicopters, people shooting, people being shot from helicopters. And I know people that were literally there, gunshots running out, people getting shot and stuff, and they're legit. But, you know, sometimes, like with CK, someone can get shot and it looks real, but it's not. It's not. So there's that too. I don't know. We have to, like, you know, really be aware of how these people are doing the bread and circus on us.
No, we have to be vigilant now.
We have to be vigilant, my wife says. So sometimes I'll let her throw in some good stuff, and she does. All right.
I'll be quiet.
And she told me to be quiet. All right. So,
I'll be quiet.
or I'll be quiet. Okay, whatever. You can add. Come up and why don't you pull up a chair? Right, so, that would be fun, wouldn't it? You know, once a week, you know, or once a month or whatever. My wife does. We do a show together. All right. Global times. This is good, guys. Over 1 million Chileans. Actually, you know, they always downsize these numbers, because I saw there were 3 million plus, but in this one they say 1 million. I'm surprised they didn't say several thousand. Right? So that's normally what they do. But this is over 1 million Chileans took to the streets on Friday, which is believed to be one of the largest protests in their history. 17 people have been killed. And what is the result? What is the result of the people rising up? Well, some good things. All right. So Chile takes hard right. Of course, this is the press, so they're going to say, you know, Donald Trump is a hard right. And now they're going to say that Chile, after 35 years of having all of these baddies run their country, has now gone hard right. Now, this guy that basically came in, Jose Antonio Cast, K-A-S-T, trying to share the screen, but it's like being very slow. There it is. Wow, what's going on with my internet? So, well, I guess we know. They're trying to restrict me. So declares Chile want to change. So he ran twice before this. He's got nine kids. All right, he's a stud, and people loved him. You saw the protests that were happening, and that was for him. They're pushing back on the left, guys, and the people that were manipulating the polls and the elections and so forth. They came out in force, and they got this gentleman elected, and they're going to be very happy with him, I believe, just like we're happy with Trump, unless you're a leftist. Chile elected its most right-wing president in 35 years. They're calling him, I guess, a guy dressed up as Trump was in their celebratory, event, and it was all happiness. And so probably President Trump's going to like this guy. He hasn't spoken out yet, but Marco Rubio spoke out, and the president of Brazil spoke out. Chile wanted change. He told thousands of elated supporters Sunday evening, vowing to restore respect for the law. Wow, that's a concept, isn't it? Kind of like, what President Trump has done. Once one of America's safest countries, Chile was hit hard by COVID-19 pandemic. Was it really? Right. Or was that part of the left, just like they did here, creating something that wasn't real? I don't know. That's what I think. All right. I could be wrong. Violent social protest and an influx of foreign organized crime groups. Kind of like, I would play it, but X is not letting me play. Trump said today in a press brief, like I have been saying for months, that some of these governors, and definitely the Colorado governor, is part of organized crime. President Trump actually said that today, right? I sometimes make the script that some of these people use, I think, right? So I like it because I'm ahead of the game. And you guys are ahead of the game because you're hearing it, here. So, in Santiago, cast supporters beat car horns, wave flags, and cheered a man who has repeatedly defended the bloody dictatorship of Augusto Pinochet. So retiree Gina Mello hoped cast would deploy the military. Don't we as well? All right. To the streets from day one. Lock up all the drug traffickers and the drug trafficker people that, benefit from that. The Pelosi's, the governors like Newsom and Colorado governor and Illinois governor and New York governor and who knows whatever governor. So here a governor, there a governor, everywhere a governor that's being, bought out by the cartels, guys. At this point, you should know this, right? Supporters sang the national anthem, chanted Pinochet, Pinochet, and clasped portraits of the late autocrat. Another cast voter came dressed as U.S. President Donald Trump. I bet they love that. I bet they love that. Good for them. All right. Congratulations, Chile. All right. You deserve it. You put up with a lot of bullshit just like we have for a long time. Hopefully military hits your streets and cleans them up like we want our streets cleaned up as well, which they're, kind of doing that a little bit already. All right. Bulgaria. Again, 3 million plus people hit the streets. So you guys getting a little clue here? What needs to happen? We, the people, need to get involved. All right. Bulgaria's government resigns after mass protest and just weeks before nation due to join Eurozone. Now they're saying they're still going to join the Eurozone, but not if the people say no. Right? Maybe not. Maybe not. There's a big push, I think, to leave the Europe, and you guys know I've said that. So Bulgarian government resigns, like I said, for weeks. I'm looking at another one. It's really hard for me to share. Something's squirrely right now. I'm getting hit, I guess. Now, one thing I can do is change who I'm using as provider. So you're going to see me go out, and then I'm going to come back. Might be a few seconds, but don't leave. All right. All right, let's see if we foiled the bastardos and we can get some better coverage now. I'm not going to say the provider that I'm using, so maybe that's the problem too. So, because I've said that on occasions where I'm obviously being hijacked and they hit the other one too. So, like I said, thousands of Bulgarians rallied. So again, thousands. There were millions for weeks. Millions for weeks, guys. And says, we realized that the protest was against arrogance and conceit. This is not a social protest, but a protest for values. It was not a meeting of political opponents over policies, but over attitudes, and therefore it unites different components of Bulgarian society. All right, so let's see if I can pull this up now. Maybe I can go back to X and pull up some of that stuff now that I've got a little bit better. Things are running a little bit better right now before they track me down. All right, look at all those people. Wow. Does that look like thousands? No, And there's like there was one where it was at nighttime, and there was like a drone or something that was up in the air and flying around. It was like there were millions of people out protesting. Good for you guys in Bulgaria. Got rid of your corrupt government. This is happening, guys. It is happening. And that's why we're going to see some of these people start to be assassinated and suicided. All right. We're going to see more and more of that as time goes on, because they're going to cover their tracks. They're going to try and exist as long as they can. And if they take out some of the people that have been involved in their puppeteering that would probably talk or could potentially talk, they're taking them out, right? So that's what we're going to see, I think. I don't think we're already seeing it. We've talked about this coming, and the time is now. All right, so still a little slow, but we'll see what happens. All right. Let me get it to a good spot. All right, so I'll show you guys some of the people that are starting to disappear. Several actors. Where's that one? So I'll just put it up so you guys can see when I'm scrolling through what I'm trying to find. It's moving a little bit better. So some of the stuff you guys have already seen. All right, right here, this guy. So I said, looks like Hollywood is cleansing people who might reveal secrets. Peter Green, who was in Pulp Fiction, I think like 200 different movies, and The Mask, actor dies at 60. Now, it says a mystery. It's a mystery. Mystery note found near body of the Mask star Peter Green in bloodied apartment. But they don't see any foul play. Right? The bloodied apartment. All right. So they found him face down. So I guess he tripped and he fell and he died. Or maybe he died and just fell on his face. Right. And he wrote a note before that. Okay. Are you guys investigating this one too? Are you like finding suspicious people? A mysterious handwritten note was found next to the body of Pulp Fiction actor Peter Green following his shock death. Investigators have said the Hollywood star reportedly found face down on the floor of his New York City apartment on Friday after music was heard playing for 24 hours straight. So whoever did the hit basically turned on the music, so they knew that people would get disturbed and come find him, right? Because I guess, he's been lonely or something. I don't know. So he didn't have anybody living with him. Nobody checking on him. The nonstop noise caused neighbors to raise the alarm, calling cops in to do a welfare check. A strange note was found next to his body, according to investigators, referring to an Irish-American gang that operated out of Hell's Kitchen in the 1970s. The note read, "I'm still a Westie." I guess that means something to some people, right? So I'm not sure who, but evidently, that's basically maybe it's a message to those that are maybe getting out of line. The Westies are going to come get you. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody knows, but me, I'm not into investigating this. It'll be whatever it is. These guys are going to be like, no, there's nothing. He just had a heart attack and fell on his face, and blood started coming out. So, all right. So, Jack Posobiec says, for all the people attacking Trump's post, a day after Rush Limbaugh died, Hollywood filmmaker and deep state puppet boy Rob Reiner attacked the late conservative radio host as a purveyor of disinformation. saying that Americans must protect democracy from others like him. So he launched a social media attack on the late Limbaugh by calling him a liar, warning that other conservative media personalities are trying to deny climate change. Right? Climate change. Yeah, talk to all those people right now that are like freezing. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. All right, so there's the Castle Rock. Franken. Yep, and now this is pretty interesting. Now, we've had Candace Owens has been doing a lot of investigating, finding out a lot of stuff that doesn't match, kind of like what I did right in the day of. I do this all the time, day of. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Here's all the evidence. Nope, 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 nope. And so I got taken down. So I was like, oh, take it down. I'm going to put it over on Rumble. So I got it one over the Rumble, got a lot of views. But, you know, I said in this post, I know a few of you still be live. That lie in the middle of be live, believe. The Charlie Kirk assassination false flag narrative. Many have left that fake choo-choo train. Are you still on it? All right, because I get comments sometimes with Michael, I'm so shocked. I'm like, oh my God. So, all right. So as long as you're not saying mean things to me, you can disagree. That's fine. All right. So Eric Kirk has agreed to sit down and talk with Candace Owens, but she has demanded that the conversation take place privately. Privately. Is this a deal situation? You will start to support us or you will go bye-bye, right? And we have a lot of deep states. You know how the CK thing happened? So I don't know. Maybe it's like it's legit. It's like, look, honey, one honey to another honey. We are legit. And I know you think we have done bad things and there's all this conspiracy theory stuff. It's all fake. It was a real shooting. It was real. And Candace would be like rolling her eyes going, I've already discovered that's not a real shooting. Come on. So here we go. Look, what's Ryan Mattis say?
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Candace Owens and Erica Kirk are allegedly going to be sitting down for a private discussion. Now, Erica Kirk just put out this tweet, and I want to show you this tweet, and then I kind of want to get into this conversation. Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. At Real Candace Owens and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a public or a productive conversation. Thank you. And then Candace responded, and she said, I am very much looking forward to this discussion. So now the next question I think we should be asking is like, what is the upside for Candace having this discussion this way? Number one, because if she turns it down, she says no to it, then it would kind of be like, oh, well, we offered her this, we offered her that. She turned down both opportunities. So now Candace is in a position where she has to take this closed door meeting, which now as you have this conversation, is Turning Point is trying to draw out and figure out, what does Candace know? What does she have that's so wrong?
What does Candace know? That's a good one, Ryan. I like where you're going with that. So let's just get together. We have some disagreements. Let's have a little chat behind closed doors, no cameras, just me and you, mano y mano, and let's just kind of work this out. What do you know? And she's like, I know this, I know this, I know this. Oh, and somebody that's listening in will be like, dang, she knows too much. All right, so she's on to us. What are we gonna do? All right, I don't know, but we gotta make her look bad. All right, like we done that Mike Jaco guy. We made him look bad, but still got followers. I don't understand it. We've done so much to like discount him, but you know that's kind of the way the game's played, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with that. That's very suspect to me. You know, we have. Oh, this is good. Here it is. I thought it was gone, but it is here. All right. So what we have is people trying to spread disinformation about something that's happened that we're finding, like I did on the first within hours, right? Within less than an hour. All right. I saw the shooting. I'm like, that's strange looking. And then I did a show. Then after my show, I went in and there were people making chats about, the shooting. So I was kind of watching that. So I went over and I looked at the video and I'm like, oh, bullshit. bullshit right away. Boom. Derek Johnson has blown this up too. Derek Johnson and I have done shows together where we blow this out of the water. And he talks about how there's like doubles, and that's how they play this game. You know, they have somebody else come in, and there's just so many things. My lovely wife does excellent research as well, and she pointed out so many things. So those of us that have eyes to see and ears to hear, we see through this. All right. So I don't know why they're doing this, and there's some fairly legitimate people that are, you know, continuing the narrative. So there's something that they're trying to gain from this. I don't know what that something is, but I'm watching. If I figure it out, or if some of you figure it out, let me know. I know a lot of you guys have some theories, like I do, but nothing I can really put my finger on. The only thing that, you know, from what I'm seeing is there is disinformation. I think that what I said is, I think that he's in Valhalla, all right, and is part of a group that basically was playing the deep state, and they knew that they were going to get hit. And so they're like, well, let's take control of this and make it a big production that blows them away and exposes them even more. All right. So I think that's what happened with the Trump assassination. I think that's what happened with CK. And there's another group that's back there, you know, that's doing some of these events and making them look real. So I don't know. That's my observation. I've seen these guys, you know, and some of the stuff that I've done before in the past as a Navy SEAL, and I've seen some people come in and do some stuff in other places, right, that were you guys are making a false flag thing, aren't you? Like, okay, I can't talk about it, but I'm watching. So these things go on. And of course, some of it's bread and circus that the deep state's trying to do. And so it kind of rolls a little bit, and we're like, we expose it, but nothing ever happens. It's like, just, you know, it's just somebody like comes out with a script, kind of like that War of the Worlds, where H.G. Wells came out and was reading War of the Worlds on radio. And people thought Mars was attacking us. Mars beings were coming in attacking us, and they freaked out. I think they did that on purpose to see what the response would be. And so it's like, you look at all that stuff, and you're like, you know, who was it? A good guys playing that, or was it the bad guys playing that? So it's kind of hard to determine sometimes, but I think it's good guys that are playing the CK thing. And people are getting wise to it, and they're trying to like continue the narrative a little bit longer. That's why, you know, they have Erica Trump, you know, lookalike come out and cry, you know, crocodile tears, and you know, she's wiping her eyes with what's that, Visine, you know, or something that stimulates the tear ducts. And I think it's just all acting. That's my thoughts. So, you know, you tell me, what do you guys think? Well, I know what you guys think. Most of you guys are in agreement. The rest of you are like watching. So let's watch a little bit more.
Colorado, the poorly run state of Colorado, with a governor who's incompetent, and frankly, with a governor that won't allow our wonderful Tina to come out of a jail, in a high-intensity jail, because she caught people cheating on an election, and they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She went over, she looked at one of the election scams going on, and
all right, so we know this is the deep state that has been caught with their finger in the cookie jar, right, cheating, and or their hand in the cookie jar. And so they're being exposed. They don't like it. They're trying to make a scene. They're trying to throw disinformation out there that she was a criminal for exposing their cheating. And, you know, now it's come to a point where it's all being exposed. They, you know, got away with it, they thought, for like over 4 years. And now it's coming to a head. And we're probably going to see a lot of political types, you know, have accidents and start to disappear from the scene.
Because she did that, they put her in jail for 9 years. The governor of Colorado is a weak and a pathetic man who was run by Tren de Aragua, the criminals from Venezuela, took over sections of Colorado.
Yes, he said that. He said he's being run by the cartels, like I've been saying. So, you know, it's coming out. So it's good. Guys like me push the envelope. You guys talk it. You guys share it. And then it gets back to President Trump and his team. And it's like, the people are on it. We can expose now. Right. And that's what he just did. All right. This is the way this works, guys. All right. So some of you came in and said nasty things about me posting that SEAL Team 6 came in and rescued her. I felt that it was bullshit. Right. But I've talked about it already. I was like, if it comes to the point where the Supreme Court of the United States, it's not of America, so it's the Supreme Court of the United States. So that sounds like the corporation. But anyway, those guys, you know, sometimes they say good things and sometimes they do Roe versus Wade, which was proven to be wrong. And so they got, it was like 40, 50 years. They got away with a false narrative there with Roe versus Wade. So will they have another false narrative? No, because they've already said, you know, once before that Colorado tried to play games and take Trump off the ballot because he was involved in J6. No, that was their 10-mile corporate headquarters for the deep state. Right. So we're figuring them out. And it's no, he tried to do the right thing within there and they hijacked it and made it into something very bad. And so now we're seeing President Trump is saying that, hey, I'm pardoning her. Now, I know that they were trying in the background, you know, from Juan O'Savin on several shows. And I look at, he's post information all the time from his other site, but he has been talking about how they have been in the background trying to like work this out. It's like, look, we know you had your hand in a cookie jar. She was exposing you. You need to let her go. And they're like, no, we're not going to. We like our cookies. we like to cheat. We want to continue to cheat. And you're not going to like stop us. And there's going to be multiple shooters all the time because we don't care that you guys know that when we say multiple shooters, it's only one. Screw you. All right. So President Trump is like, okay. All right. Because we, the people, are like, hey, Tina needs to be let go. We want it. We want it. And calls coming in everywhere. And they're like, God, we got to do something. So they're like, Trump is like, all right. So pardon. And now we're going to play the game. We're going to play the game with Colorado because once they lose, once the cookie hand is pulled out and everybody sees, oh, the governor of Colorado should be there. And so it's going to, and Trump actually won the election in Colorado. So when they do that, it's going to be dominoes around the country, guys. So they're going to resist. They've been resisting this massively, you know, putting her in jail for 9 years and resisting, you know, her release. When she is released, it's going to be very, very fast and ugly for them. Fast and furious is coming for them.
And he was afraid to do anything, but he puts Tina in jail for 9 years because she caught people cheating. And when she walked over and
see how he has the military behind him? Mike is right. My boys are going to go in and get her out. If SCOTUS comes in and says, you need to release her because he's got the right, because it was a federal election and she was exposing federal crimes and you're putting her in there for a state. She's going to get let, you're going to let her free because President Trump is right. And they're going to, if they resist, it's going to be military time. And that's who he has behind him. He's broadcasting here in a way it's telling them it's about to get hot for you guys, right? We're going to go hot on you, you deep state actors, because you're in the wrong. And we have the backing of the American people, and we're doing the right thing for the good people of America. We're not concerned about the people that want to do crimes, the cartels and extreme leftists, the Carl Reiners. We don't care about that anymore. We're pushing back on that now. And we're moving forward. We're not going to let any of this, take away the rights of Americans, which have been usurped for a very long time. Constitutionally, we, the people, have the power, and they have slowly taken away from us. So when government takes away our power, the only way we get it back is to take it back. So I think we might have to take Tina back, right? So just be aware of that. So here's another actor gone bye-bye, Anthony Gary, dead at 78, right? He was kind of an old guy, so. But I have a lot of 75-year-old people that are using LifeWave and 80s that are very healthy. So I don't know. I think they took him out. So anyway, so Rob Reiner, look at all these. Fact, Trump colluded with Russia. In 2016, we discovered that Putin helped Trump steal the election. The White House release of altered transcript of Putin-Trump presser is further proof of treason. The president of the United States is committing treason in plain sight. When Fox says that DT colluding with the enemy is not a crime. Russia hacks our election to help Donald Trump. FBI violates Hatch Act and colludes with Trump. After speaking with many government sources, deep state sources, evidently, who indicate direct connection between DT and Putin, investigation must happen before DT is installed. This was back in December 2016. So remember how they're like really pushing that Russian narrative? And they're like, Donald Trump cannot be president. He has colluded with Russia. So remember, the deep state, they always use Russia. If you have colluded with Russia, it's game on. It's free. They can come at you any way and every way till the end of Sunday until you're taken down, just like they did with President Kennedy, just like they were going to do, and probably many times trying to do, with President Trump, assassinate him, right? This is real. This boy is one of their puppets. This boy is one of their puppets, right? So, like I said, I have sympathy for everybody that dies, right? It's too bad he's dead. All right. I believe Donald Trump will be the last president of my lifetime, and he was so prophetic. Yeah, so prophetic. Good job, Rob. You're hanging out with the devil now. You're hanging out with the devil. How's that working out for you? Right? Yeah, that's right. And you agree with me. I see. K Jammin 68. I hope Robbie didn't go to hell. Well, I don't know. Yep. My wife said he went somewhere. So, what advice would you give to women that want to be Navy SEALs? Learn how to swim super good. Women are really good in cold water. So well, not all of them. I know a lot of women like the heat up. So I don't know. But meathead, yeah, meathead. So that's a beautiful aspiration. Anybody I think should have the opportunity to try out for anything that they want, as long as you can pass the standards. I think there are some women out there that could, but it's the toughest training in the world. I was a Navy SEAL instructor, chief of the phase of the hardest phase, Hell Week. And if I found some weakness in you, I was going to exploit it. If I find weakness, they did the same to me. We do it to everyone. If there's a weakness, mine was coldness. All right. So that's why I say, learn to be at one with cold. I'm still at one with cold. I can go out into this lake out here and breathe through it and be in this lake, right? Actually, back that way. And I've done it before. I've been in waterfalls that were coming from ice that was melting. I've gone into the lake where they were like still ice in the lake, and I pushed it out of the way and got in the lake. So you have to be able to overcome the coldness, and you have to have a lot of upper body strength, all right? A lot of push-ups, be able to do a lot of push-ups, way a lot. So look at what the standards are. Pull-ups, of course. Yeah, there's. I remember my wife used to knock some pull-ups out. She was good, and I've seen some women knock out pull-ups. So I think it's a worthy cause. Good luck to you. But look at the standards. Talk to other people that have gone through the training. That's what I did. I know you're talking to me. I've been through the training. I've run the training. Running was another weakness of mine. Long distance running. You need to be a long distance runner. And use LifeWave. If I could get LifeWave into the SEAL teams, which they've blocked me from doing that, that's really stupid, right? It would help the community out massively. But you as a private individual coming in, I don't think there would be a problem. You could put them in places where they wouldn't look, and they would work for you, right? You would heal faster, you have more energy and so forth. So be the LifeWave girl, and you can pass training. So I used to train people to go through buds, and they would make it, right? Because it's more of a mental thing. It's a mental, spiritual thing. I didn't know that I was doing it at the time, but I taught the guys that I helped get through training as young. They weren't even tadpoles. So when you go to buds training, you're a tadpole. So they were just a frog thought. Right. And so I helped them get to the point where they could actually do really well. And those that didn't do well, I've worked with, I've seen a lot of those people over the years, and they said, you totally changed my life. So it is, whether you make it or not, it will be an incredible experience. So yeah, everyone should opportunity. And if you get through, if one woman makes it through, then it'll be probably open the door for other women to make it through training. The SEALs have the SEAL community have done missions with women, as partners, and not for real, but they act as, and they've had training. They've actually SEAL Team 6. They've actually trained women at a very high level. They didn't go through SEAL training, of course, but they trained them to a very high level, and they had them in different. I think they jumped and all kind of crazy stuff. So it is something that women can do. But upper body strength is going to be one of the things you're really going to need to work on, right? What's the average age for SEALs and age limit? I think the age limit is like in the 30s. Might be 30, 35, somewhere around there. I went through, and I was kind of like an old guy at 21. I turned 21 at Hell Week. That was my birthday present, the best birthday present I've ever had. So that's pretty young guys going through training, and that hasn't really changed much. There are people that go through that are older, of course, and make it through. There's been plenty of people that were in other services. We had Army, Green Berets come in. We had Marine Recon come in, and of course SEALs do the same thing. They go over and hang out and do their training too, and hang out and become Green Beret and Delta and all that kind of crazy stuff too. But there's potential there is for women to make it through. Like I said, there would be, I think, if there hasn't been a woman that has made it through, and maybe there has been some secret, I've heard some things where women were trained to be part of certain missions. Like I said, SEAL Team 6. But as far as going through the entire training, I'm pretty sure there's not been a woman made it yet. And I say yet because I think there is definitely some women out there that can. So someone said something about 21-year-old turned 21 after corpsman school. You got something to say about it, Tracy?
If Navy.
Come over here and say it.
Hi, everyone. If going to Navy SEAL school is like having a baby, well, then let me see a man do it.
Okay.
I've done it twice.
So if you've had a baby, you could make it through SEAL training. Okay. All right. Just saying. But all right. We're off track here. All right. So that was fun. So silver, guys. I know some of you guys get tired of me talking about silver. But I want you guys to succeed. You need to understand the economy going forward. Silver, I think, is going to explode upward. So I saw a report from someone that said that Samsung executives flew into Mexico and went direct to one of their mines. So Mexico produces a lot of silver, which does not come to the U.S. anymore. But they have a lot of silver mines, and they produce a lot of it. So Samsung, of course, Samsung TVs, Samsung phones, they all use silver. If you don't have silver, you can't make those things, right? So solar panels, all these things. So they flew in and talked directly with one of the mines. So I don't know what the price of silver is right now, 62, 63. It was up again today. It reached a high on Friday before they came in and pressed it down because they do that on Friday. But it reached a high of 65 and some change, 65.09, something like that. Today it was up, a couple percent again after they pressed it down. They came in and they bid $78 an ounce. That's a lot higher than 63, 65, or whatever it is right now, right? What did Mike say that it was going to be by the end of the year? Between 75 and 85. They're already bidding silver at 78, guys. So, hello. Now, I saw where they're doing disinformation out there where they're saying that the U.S. government's going to seize silver. Ain't happening. It's bullshit, right? Complete bullshit. And you can be fearful of that if you want. It's okay. You can believe the CK assassination and all the other little choo-choo train rides that you want to get on. But this choo-choo train is going places, all right? You want to be on this train. And if you're not on this train, you're going to be like, so sorry. So sorry. All right? So the Japanese are not messing around. They're not so sorry, right? They're not so sorry. They're getting their silver from the mine, and they're paying them a premium because going forward, it's going to be a lot more. So they're getting ahead of it. They don't want to, you give these miners a bad deal. So the miners are like, screw those guys. So they're giving them a good deal right up front. Silver's going to 78, and it's probably going to go 78 fast, right? So I'm going to share the screen with you. Now, this is a picture of a lot of silver, right? This is David Bateman. This is his silver, all right? That's a lot of pallets of silver. So there's, I think, 30,000 ounces per pallet, if my counting's correct. So 1,000 ounces is around a little over 72 pounds. So that's why it's on a big old pallet like that. And it's got, forklift that probably moves that stuff around because that's a lot of weight. All right. So he has like some kind of $1 billion worth of silver. And he bought this back when silver was around 30. So I remember pushing silver at 30. I'm like, oh my God, who's going to buy silver at 30? And there were people buying silver all the way back at 30. Now, Dr. Kirk Elliott and I were pushing silver, jumping up and down. This is the last up there. You're going to get $17, right? So it's going to be $170 by the end of next year, or maybe even sooner, guys. I would say $150 by the first quarter of next year, or even more. I've heard people say by the end of this year. I don't see that, but now you're probably like, how much you got, Mike? Well, I got 1.5 pallets. Right? I'm just a po' boy from a po' family that has worked his ass off for 65 years and gone through a lot of shit storms, fighting and overcome a lot of shit to get to the point where I got that much. So it wasn't easy, guys. How many of you are that old? Well, some of you that have been listening to me, I know you were buying, you're taking your life savings and putting $2 million in, I think back when it was like 25, 30. So you're liking me a lot. I know. I like that you like me because I like people to do good. Right. So we want more of you to do good. Now, Bateman has bought more. When it pulled back to like 58, he went in big again because he knows it's going to go boom, boom. It's going to be some boom, boom going on with silver, guys. Don't miss the good silver train, right? That's a choo-choo train you want to be on. Not the CK choo-choo train, all right? Or some of these other, I am silver. Deborah Greenwood, good job. I am silver. I like that. That's good. I bought some coins at 36. Good. Won't make me a millionaire, but it'll be more than I had. Absolutely. So doubling your money, tripling your money at this point is absolutely possible. Absolutely possible within a year. How much is it up this year alone? I think 100 and close to 120%, right? So that's double and some. So we're not at the end of the year yet. We're not at the end of the year yet. So we're going to see that percentage go up even more. There's nothing else that touches it unless you look at Bitcoin. And if you look at Bitcoin now, you're like, ooh. If you've been to Bitcoin, you're like, oh. So it's pretty much at the same place it was at the beginning of the year right now. It made a little high and then it came down. And some of the other coins made their highs. Now, I was jumping up and down saying, get into XRP when it was back at 50 cents and it went up to like $3. All right. So I made a ton of money on XRP, but I was like, it's time to go. It's time to go now. And some of you guys keep pushing it. So I've been like making money hand over fist while you guys are like, it's going higher while it's going lower. And so I'm like making money here, making money there, taking that money. Yeah, excuse me. I'm taking that money. I'm gonna put it over here and then make it go big. And so don't be looking at my stuff. So XRP, you guys are like so FOMO, fear of missing out, but you've missed out a lot. So it's up to you. You crypto dudes and dudettes, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and who knows? Maybe, like I've said, maybe, baby, it will go up. You might get a little pump. It may go up a little bit higher than what it is right now. Maybe it'll go up double what it was. But some are like, believe in it. And there's a lot of us that are like, no, it's a racket, right? You're like gamble on it and you're gonna make some money. And then you're going to take that money, you're going to put it in something else, or maybe, which most of you will, lose it all, right? So that's a way it's been for a lot of crypto bros and brodettes, right? So DOJ sues Georgia's Fulton County for access to 2020 ballots. It's coming to a head, guys. 2020, it's not over yet. And it's getting hot. Especially with Tina Peters almost free. Ooh, la la. All right, so there was a mayor that was just elected in Miami. I said Miami is probably going to get destroyed, right? When the shit hits the fan, deep state shit hits the fan. And some Miamians don't like that. And they've said, Mike, I don't like it. I don't like it like you talk, So I'm like, homelessness in Miami. And you've had a Republican, Rhino, in Miami, but he's been pretty much a Rhino, Republican name only. He's a Democrat. All right. And now you just voted in a Democrat. And so you're going to go from bad to worse. And I said, I have seen homelessness. And then people said, I have been living here for a long time and I've never seen that. I was like, damn, it's like got some blinders on. You ever get that? You ever buy a car? I remember when I bought my Ford Mustang convertible. It's like, I've got the only one. And then I bought it and I'm driving around. It's like, oh, that person has one too. And then, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. There's a lot of them. I never saw so many. I thought I had the only one. But that's the way the mind works. You see what you focus on and what's in your field of information and so forth. I guess a lot of people like just pass by homeless in Miami, or maybe they're in an area that is like super controlled and there's no one in there that looks homeless, or they're walking around and they have a Gucci bag that they stole from somebody and it's like, oh, that's not a homeless, they got a Gucci bag. And so whatever. All right. So let me show you people that can't see the homelessness that is in Miami. Boom, shakalaka. So there you go. Homelessness in Miami. Just put it up and you're going to see it. There it is. So here's a little unsheltered homeless. Ticks up in Miami-Dade. How about that? Street sleeping populations by region, city of Miami, even in the city. So I said I was down by City Hall and I saw homelessness camps and people don't believe. Like, what the F? Did you come from New York and you can't see because New Yorkers have blinders on? I don't know. City of Miami, it has gone down a little bit, but and it's gone down pretty much. The city of Miami Beach, it's gone up slightly. South Miami-Dade, it's gone down, it's actually gone up by a little bit. So you're like, oh, Mike, that's where I live. I'm in South Miami-Dade. There's only 47 homeless there. But one is too many. All right, so get out there and help them. County total, 1,068. 1,068. And that's 821. Is that going to go up? It will go up now. There is someone there in the Democrat Party because they basically siphon the money out of all of the money that goes into helping the homeless guys. The Democrats are experts at money laundering. And I don't know, maybe some of these people that you see, he's just sleeping. He's tired. He's just tired under that bridge. All right. So there is help for the homeless. There are people out there that help them. Yes. But there are camps like this. I've seen camps like this throughout Miami. All right. Yes, there are a lot more in San Francisco, and there's a lot more in LA, and there's a lot more in San Diego, and there's a lot more in Portland, and you name the city, there's a lot more than Miami. But yeah, it's a big city, and there's corruption, and they're unfortunately not helping the people that really need the help, right? So Miami Rescue Mission, many families a paycheck away from being homeless. And you're like, that's Donald Trump's fault. All right. Pretty much for the first 18 months of a president's term, it's all from the previous, quite frankly. Now, President Trump takes responsibility, of course, but he tells you, hey, I inherited bullshit. And he did, he made it amazing for the Democrats. So the Democrats look really well because it was so incredibly amazing, but it was starting to fail. And it was failing very rapidly. And it's probably one of the reasons why Democrats didn't make it. One of the reasons. It should be a lot more. But so very sad. You see the tracks on the arms and stuff. Not obviously not doing well, right? So I it's sad. It's super sad to see this. I'm disappointed that this actually exists, that we're not taking care of this. It is what it is. But part of the reason why it's not being taken care of, there's people just refuse to believe it is there, right? Just like those people that came into my chat and said, you don't know what you're talking about, Mike. I live in Miami. There's no homeless. Yep, that's why there's a homeless problem. Right? And there's probably people just before the sack of Rome by the Vandals were like, there's no way that these Vandals, they're cheap bastards, and we're like the best in the world. There's no way they're going to take down our city, and the next thing you know, they've been raped and tortured and everything's stolen from them, right? So that's how those cities are going to fail, right? That's how those cities will fail. And what else? I got a lot more. This is the long show because I missed a couple shows. Yeah, that's good, but I need to start wrapping it up. All right, so Ilhan Omar, she loves the Muslim Brotherhood. We know that. She came from Somalia. She married her brother to get here. She hates America, and she made a statement the other day that we're going to find out who's in charge, like the Somalis. We're going to find out. We warred against the Somalis in Somalia, and it was pretty bad, right? Like I've talked about in other shows, everyone came to the fight with Black Hawk Down. And I had some of my SEAL buddies tell me about how women, children, old people, men and women, and of course the male fighters, everybody came to the fight. Everybody in the city came to fight them. So I don't think it's going to change. I don't think it's going to change some of those cities, guys. So, and of course, President Trump is trying to get some of these people out. And of course, these people, because it's a democracy, which we're not a democracy, we're a republic. But they've led us to believe that we're a democracy. Of course, they do this over time. And it's a democracy, if you look through Plato, when he talked about the best forms of government, democracy, I think, was below dictatorship, right? Republic was the best. So we were having the best, and now we've slid down to democracy. And so we're seeing the result of democracy in Minnesota, right? And it's not so good. It's not going to be really. It's going to be really bad at some point, I think, because again, once government entity or like religious faction or whatever, once they get control of something, once they take control of something, which they've done, you have to take it back, right? They're not going to give it up. We're going to have to take it back. And that's what we're going to see here. So why is she still there? So I know a lot of people are talking about Bondi. So Bondi doesn't seem to be doing a lot, according to some people. I look and I'm like, maybe, it's really corrupt. She's trying to overcome the corruption, but it's she's got a lot of Bush family connections, and she's hanging out with Bill Barr, who we know is corrupt as well, part of the Bush family cartel. So I don't know, guys. I'd like to see somebody that could get some done. I'm a performance-based guy. If you don't perform, that's the way it was for me in the SEAL teams. If you didn't perform, you you got to go somewhere else, right? And if you're a non-performing SEAL, you're out of SEAL teams. Quite frankly, I've seen a lot of people do that over the years, get kicked out of the SEAL teams. And if you're in a group, a high-level performing group, like you don't make it to SEAL Team 6 unless you're a high performer, because you go through even more training, and it's super high speed. It's not like buds training. It's like badass training. It's for the badasses of the SEAL teams. So I was very happy to go through that and be it the baddest asses team, which was Red Squadron, gold team and blue team and silver. So when I was there, they didn't even have the silver, but now they do. I don't know if they got more teams, but that's all I know about. So, and I've seen it published, so I'm saying it. But there's probably a lot of things that I won't say, of course. Probably, unless something bad happens, that they do something bad, which I think they're like, it's the best of the best guys in SEAL Team 6. Super high performance, super high morals. A lot of those guys, not only are they fit, but they're super great minds. So it's, not all of them. Some of them are not great. I'm not tooting my horn, because when you toot your horn, that's when you like make a mistake, and then everybody like gangs up on you. Like, those of you that are on, high level alpha male type and female, alpha male, female, because I've seen some pretty badass, SWAT females and so forth. So there are, a lot of performance, and if you get a little cocky, you ladies too, I guess, if you get a little cocky, then you're going to get eventually it's going to catch up to you. So you have to be humble. I learned that. Right? I learned that the hard way. Right? That's the way I learned it. But there's a lot of people that can play that game. There's a lot of people that can play the game in politics the right way. We have made it easy for corrupt people like Ilhan Omar, who is a low performer and should not be in the game, should not even be in America, to be in that position. It's insane. It's so ridiculous, right? I don't understand, how we got here. But it's easy fix, because we the people can make this happen, guys. We the people will make this happen. And I've seen some demonstrations in Texas where, they're basically, looks like a bunch of yahoos, but good people too. For the most part, I think they're all good. They're demonstrating against the Muslim communities, because Muslim communities don't integrate, guys. That's the way it is. All right. Now they can. I'm sure there's lots of Muslims out there that have integrated and love America. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this incredible country and contributing. But then there's some not so much. And in fact, to the point where they're blood-sucking us, right? That's what we're seeing here with that little nasty smiley down face, right? Non-smiley face from Ilhan. She needs to go bye-bye. I don't know why she's still there. She should be out of our country ASAP. So it's a big problem. And I think she's worth like tens of millions of dollars now. Typical. These guys get paid off. And the way they money launder it is like they make these amazing stock insider trading deals, right? And that's how they money launder to them. Hillary Clinton, I think, did one where she invested $1,000 and made $100,000. I remember that. So it's not anything new. They have been money laundering through the different systems. Housing is another one. I've had guests on that have talked about how they money launder through mortgages, right? And we've seen some of that being exposed, but not people being prosecuted for yet. But I think it's coming. All right. Blue states. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Blue states pushing for free illegal alien health care. And this is really going to piss you off, because it did me. And I'm like, I got to play this for everybody. I posted it on X, but I know not everybody looks at X. So this is good.
What I'm about to tell you is either going to shock you or piss you off Probably both. California, Oregon, Washington, Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York. They are all proposing legislation to give all undocumented people here in this country free state-sponsored insurance. Free, totally free health care. Not paying a dime. Can you imagine how that would feel? But that's not for us. No, it's not for you and I. We still have to pay those really hefty premiums and those deductibles and worry about whether our insurance company will even cover our medication and our testing and our procedures if we get sick. Do you remember when the Democrats shut our government down for 45 days in the name of affordable health care for Americans? You know, those subsidies they were fighting so hard for? They didn't give a shit. The people that went to work for a month didn't get paid, or people lost their SNAP benefits and couldn't feed their families, or, you know, we were losing infrastructure in our airspace. I mean, they didn't care about that. Our public safety, no, wasn't important to them. Healthcare subsidies for very, 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 very profitable insurance companies, though. Those blue states, those sanctuary cities, those blue governors that welcomed illegal migration, well, they have a little problem now, and it's going to cost you and me a shit ton. My daughter is a working mother of 4. She does everything right. She pays her taxes. She follows the rules. And for what? Her insurance deductible is $11,000 a year. Her monthly premiums are $2,800 a month. She makes $75,000 a year and doesn't see a dime of it because that's exactly where it all goes. Her husband has to struggle to come up with the rest, putting a roof over their head, paying their car insurance, electric bills that have doubled, groceries that are so unaffordable, taxes, etc. It is not sustainable for working families, for hardworking American working families like you, like me, like our kids. If you're a hardworking American citizen, the American dream is gone. But if you've entered this country unlawfully and you're an undocumented immigrant, it lives on. Free shit for everyone on the backs of hardworking Americans. And our politicians and our media want to rebrand this bullshit as compassion. It's not compassion, it's theft. Because if it was compassion, then our veterans wouldn't be sleeping in their cars. Seniors wouldn't have to choose between groceries and their medicine. And young families wouldn't be going bankrupt just to keep a pediatrician. These blue state governors invited this immigration into these states. They wanted sanctuary cities because they wanted census numbers, they wanted voting power, and they wanted federal matching Medicaid dollars that will allow them to pay for their pet projects and inflate their goddamn budgets. They've been gambling with our money. No, they've been stealing our money, robbing us blind.
Yep. It's got to stop, guys. We need to get these people out of office. Now, President Trump, like we've heard from Juan, is going to pass an emergency voting measure. And that's going to basically put, probably military is going to have to get involved with that. And we're going to change the voting rules that Democrats have in other states where they have these ballots to come from nowhere, mail-in ballots. And they get counted like 10, 15 times. Shit's got to stop. All right. And the only way it's going to stop, like I said, when they take something, it has to be taken back. So emergency voting measure has to be passed. And then we come in and we redo the voting rolls and we vote day of. It's very easy. It's done all over the world and it's counted. And everybody knows by that night who's won, right? We know who's going to win. And it's not going to be a lot of almost any of these Democrats, right? And a lot of these rhinos, right? They're not going to win. And then those that are posers to get into office so that they can work this money laundering scheme of investing, having insider trading information. That's all going to stop. And those people that have been doing that are going to be prosecuted. Right. So we're not going to have people that are doing that. And people are like, I'm going to come in and I'm going to give it all my energy for 4 to 8 years, and then I'm out. All right. Because it's not really that profitable. I mean, President Trump has not taken a dime in both times he's been in office. He donates the money that they pay him to different charitable groups. Right. Now, will everybody that comes into office be able to do that? For some people, maybe, $150,000, $170,000, whatever they make, and have their free everything covered, medical, everything, transportation, everything covered, food subsidy, all kind of crazy stuff they get. That's going to be like amazing for some people. Some people that have really, high morals, good work ethics, and are good, have good integrity. There's plenty of people like that out there, but who wants to go work with a bunch of scoundrels, that are in public office? Not many that are good people, right? So that's the way it's going to be going forward, guys. We're going to clean this up. We're going to get rid of these people that are really causing incredible problems for our country. It can be turned around very quickly. America can once again be great, be the most prosperous and most prolifically talented country in the world. And everybody in America should be, that is an American, should be doing exceptionally well. Seniors, exceptionally well taken care of, as people are going up, owning their own homes, making excellent income. So when they go on a vacation, if they go on a vacation, which they could do every year if they wanted to, they can travel to some beautiful place. I remember many times for a decade or more, I never took a vacation, worked my ass off. And that's because there's not a lot of income out there, even for people, especially for people in the military. So the job situation that's out there, people that work their asses off, it used to be great, but it's not anymore. So that's got to change. There's a lot of things going to change. America's going to be great again. It's great now. It's going to get greater. And getting these deep staters out, exposing them, stopping their shenanigans, these fake assassinations, these fake shootings, and controlling people to say stupid shit like Rob Reiner, and that's all going to change. It's all going to go away. Imagine what the world is going to look like when that happens. It's going to be amazing, right? And it's coming. All right, lots of love. Stay in the love vibration, and I'll see you guys next time.